maybe they're scrim partners and they say, you know what, don't want to deal with Mirage. But hard to read those tea leaves. Does seem to be the obvious choice. They don't go with it, and that'll lead to some interesting potential here for things to get maybe a little bit comfortable for Astralis. They were very put together yesterday. We're hopping into the game right now. It all starts on Inferno. So let's see if GODSENT can prove this pick to us and make us believe in their chance to keep running here in the close qualifier.
Well, clearly they got a plan. They would have known they were playing Astralis pretty early on yesterday, so some time to think about how they approach this game plan and the veto. So there has to be some logic behind Inferno. And it's all going to start here on this pistol. 2 smokes, a few flashes in the mix. A lot of grouping towards B for now. And Astralis are leaning that way too, so I'm not feeling too good about GODSENT. They're not really defaulting. It's surely going to be a B hit. And Astralis, their setup is designed, surely, to counter this sort of play.
Yeah. Again, these are the perks of the assets that are available to Astralis. We saw it yesterday as well. They're doing a good job of counterplaying a lot of the teams that they're running up against. And okay, we got the play on in. Flower Plots player set up. First kill found. Second as well. Looking comfortable as you like. Something needs to happen here, and it's not going to. ZTR, last alive. ZTR, still alive for the moment. Duel with Zipex. Takes him down, isolating these fights, but the banana player is getting activated now, and Device will come in for the cleanup. He's the key piece. He's the kicker on the end of that to make sure it doesn't get out of control.
Setup couldn't really have worked any better. First player takes contact, glaive and blame, chiming in for 2 apiece. It's absolutely ideal.
Alan, this new skin that Device has. This is ridiculous.
I haven't actually seen it before.
I know. I think this is my first time seeing it in the wild. Alright, well, it's nice that Device has his waifu to keep him company in this round.
I know, you normally have to pay good money for this sort of content.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I'm feeling the buzz, I'm telling you.
I'm a little delirious, folks. You'll have to forgive me. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, my time. So the brain's not quite fully switched on just yet.
Nothing like some Counter-Strike to wake you up, though, is it?
It really will do. Hopefully not wake up everybody else in my building. Quick play in. We got some space. They've got some access, and straight into the crossfire they go. Nice bit of play for Glaive. Brings it down to just 1. He's dancing with the devil, but Device is there to keep him safe.
4 alive. That was a full 4 spy from GODSENT. Kitchen sink invested. And not a lot of return. So it couldn't really be going any better for the Danish side. They're enjoying themselves. Ooh! 4 HE grenades.
Nate
do
stack,
like a
Nate
good
stack,
nade stack.
Nate stack, Nate stack, Nate stack. What are we doing? Top mid? Top car?
Got a 4-up banana.
Nades. Oh, bedroom nades. Bedroom nades. That's a hard read. That's a really hard read.
I think they're saving them for mid.
Look at Blame. Blame smells eco frags. And he's got an MP9. And he's ready to do some cooking.
How many of these nades getting thrown? Call it right now. Before these
I
players
don't know
die.
if any of them. This is going to be so hard for them. Although top up mid, they could actually get tossed. But it's going to be really hard to get them out in time. Need to pin pull now. Realistically. All right, the HE's there. Now you know he's there. Throw the nades. Right now. This is your moment. There won't be another one. There will not be another one. Why'd they throw the bedroom? They know the players are here. All right, P250's going to get the kill. Thought maybe a player would swing alongside blameF. Bit of damage done. Second player drop. Trying to make this expensive at the very least. Gun salvage, but a player bottom ult. Going to keep this under control still. Somehow blameF is not the one who's taking the damage. He has the bomb. Need to avoid losing any further bodies. ETR here. Zipex. He knows where he is. But he's not going to be able to capitalize. Can they get the rifles? Nope.
No.
Neither. Wow.
That's a bit of a catastrophe, isn't it?
That's expensive for sure.
I'm not sure the nades were a massive factor in the end, but chipped away a little bit of damage, I guess. Astralis losing 3 players and both their rifles is quite a dent to their economy. Luckily, the rounds before were unbelievably clean. So it's still okay here. AWP out for Device. And actually, he's bought Has he dropped? I don't think he's even dropped any nades. He's just chosen to not fully invest and save some cash for down the line.
That is interesting. Maybe indicates he's taking an aggro peek, but at least for now, I guess it's the positioning towards the halls. That's very interesting. Nades onto Rusty. Limping right off the rip. Looking a little rusty here. Looking like you need some WD-40 to smooth things out. I just love the fact that in that last round, blameF takes first contact, finds the first kill, gets dinked, and still is one of the guys who survives the round. Oh, these
That's
nades.
A nade.
Ah.
Oof.
Buzz down. The waifu did not keep him safe, but Device trades it instantly. And look at the health bars remaining for GODSENT.
It is low, but only Device is on the site proper. Then get out. He's in a lot of trouble.
Glaive's here to support now, shifting into the site, and that MP9 might as well be an op when you've got 11 HP. Draken, though. Draken slipped the net. Device is down. Just deleted. Just deleted from out of the balcony. This is going to be such a powerful position now. Zipex has no idea, and Glaive, you're going to need a hero play. Up close. This MP9 could work on the smoke fade. Oh, Rusty getting risky. This is going to be everything. Glaive is committing to it. He knows the player's dropped. He's got the first. That's the bomb dropped. He's going to get pushed from Boiler, but it's late. The Boiler play is late. And so blameF will have a chance to bring this back in the 1v2, especially with the damage on the Joel. This is viable, but he's out of position. Draken gives him a little bit of extra time. Hesitating on that bomb plant. What do you got for us, blameF? What do you got for us? These are the moments where he's supposed to shine. He's the closer. Want some more time, whittle off that clock. No smoke, but a kit. No player in pit. Joel exposed on the balcony. He's waiting for that smoke on site to fade. It's a lot of time whittled off.
Might
Surely he's
have
not
just
gonna
seen the
save.
head there, and Joel, his teammate might call it.
Oh, I mean, no time at this point. So blameF will save this one out, just trying to find the economic damage, I suppose. Beat somebody to the punch. And doesn't even attempt the 1v2.
That crumbled. Device I was going to walk back in short or something because he was super wide onto apartments. And of course, they seeded all the ground to the player wrapping long from GODSENT. The rotator and Zibnix was really late to pick it up. And Buzz seemed to go down without a fight. He's in Boiler and just absolutely ruined. No opportunity, so that was the first domino. And it cascaded from there. Save is going to be.
I mean, yeah, the problem is, right, that previous round they lose 3, they don't retrieve any of the rifles. It's such a heavy reinvestment.
This should have been a buy. This should have been 4 or 5 alive against a Glock Eco. And now they're paying the price.
Oh, the stack's all here, though. Buzz has just struck on one. He drops the bomb as well, so that's confirmation if they didn't already know. If they weren't confident in their read. A boost up over the smoke, I think.
Yeah, this
cheeky.
is the rifle as well. Blame's here.
Oh, this could be really bad for GODSENT. They're trying to cancel. They're trying to bail out, and it's the right move. Doing it in the nick of time. Now they're moving into the empty
I don't think
site.
Buzz heard that.
Yeah,
Nobody's making
closest
a move.
player, if they rotate, is ZipX2 with the USP. Well, that's your favorite play in Counter-Strike, Alan. The cancel.
The cancel. Honestly, one of the most powerful words you can call in game. Freeze comes in pretty handy too. I'd love to see the free here without the rifles and maybe even device to hunt a little bit. Just play for exits, contain these players. Of course, the bomb explosion radius is pretty potent in the modern day. So GODSENT will have to get a move on at some point. They can just limit this economy. It's not too bad. Pistol has given them a bit of runway. Of course, the following is going to be a buy. Blame can drop an AWP, presumably, onto device in the following. And good news for GODSENT, you're exiting the right way. Only one man here, and he had a USP.
Typing, always a good sign. Never, ever a bad sign. As the pause comes in, seems like we may be having a little bit of a technical issue. Sound issue. Classic. TeamSpeak bug. Always a fun one. My favorite is when a player just realizes their headphones are on backwards. That's the best one.
What happens a lot on LAN is that, of course, you have the microphone on the noise cancelling, but you normally also have a microphone on the terrible one you get on the in-ears.
Oh, yeah.
And the amount of times you're 5 rounds in and someone sounds like they're speaking to you from the other end of a tunnel underneath a tractor. And then you're like, brother, you're on the wrong microphone. That is what 90% of pauses are for sound issues in pro games.
Love it. Oh, this is interesting. That's a deep Molotov for the ult mid push, but Draken's going to come hunting. He knows the player's here. He wants to catch Glaive. Actually, Bob's on the smoke, so they know he was here. I mean, then he shoots the off, so they definitely know he was here. And Zipex has taken damage early on, but otherwise, no exchange just yet. GODSENT content to wait out this first salvo of smokes and mollies.
So it was a freebie start from Astralis. GODSENT didn't make the read. This is playing with fire. He gets the kill. Leg for his trouble.
Going back
in a
in.
repeat. That is...
Oh, he knows. He
That
knows.
is aggressive.
He's got a good read on Rusty here. The flashbang, though, is just enough to offset the aim. Shot goes out early, and device down.
Blame's got no nades either. He can't hold on to this bomb site on his own. These A players have to make a reaction. Mid push is in now. The only question is it a tad too late? If these guys just execute, they could beat the rotators.
Blame's going to wait as far back into sight, though. He's tucked into the dark corner, right? He's waiting for his teammate
These
to get
flashes
here.
on Glaive are really useful right now.
Could set up a peek. He's smoked off, so that's all he'll be able to do, most like. Spam, potentially, on deck. Here's the flashbang. Blame playing off of it. There's the one. There's the second. Blame. Damage, but no kill on the next. Blame can't find it on the spray either, but they cleaned up the banana presence. Now the retake is very viable. Bomb will go down. That can't be denied, but oh, ZTR coming off of it just in time. Big kill to find. The nade chasing. He's just limping away. And his own HE, if he dunks it through the crosswalk right now, could be potent. Gonna do that. We'll keep the gun out. And Glaive cleaned up the first. The second, not available. ZTR closes. Just clinging to life. Just escaping the HE. And just in the nick of time with the last shot.
Blame only gets 1 kill, but it still felt like he'd done enough. Gets 1, dinks a second, buys time. Flank is there from Zipex, from the mid push. And it looked brilliant from Astralis. They had man advantages plenty of times that after plant. Just couldn't convert. Couldn't convert that nade. If it finished off the kill, I think it would have been in the round quite comfortably. It's been very scrappy, these round wins from GODSENT, but they're making it work. They're making it work. Forced Astralis onto another eco. 4B stack from Astralis as Glaive takes the duel. They'll also know he's not a B player, so might make a read in reverse here.
Yeah, and that seems to be what they're doing. ZTR, certainly. 1 HP. I'm interested in this. I'd say this is an auspicious start for GODSENT. Based on what we were maybe expecting into this matchup, I think we're starting to get a good case for why they wanted Inferno. They seem to have some nice reads early on, some nice plays designed. And, I mean, they've been on point, right? This is a relatively new roster. This is the GODSENT return to Swedish CS. And, well, I think we all know the Swedish CS scene could use a new team to be able to root for. Buzz?
Ooh.
Wow. Making some buzz in this one. It was just a 1 HP ZTR. He wanted to get a look. He's hand-delivered a gun. That's going to funnel them in towards A, and the rotation's already on for Astralis. Gun retrieved. blameF might just keep that forward and clearing out Boiler. That was the one threat here. With it dealt, the bomb's going to go down. That AK is definitely going to be prioritized. The 5.7s can hunt a bit, but you'd imagine this one's done and dusted.
They can also save Pit with that plant, I'm quite confident.
Yeah.
So, chances exit limited. Draken's wide. Ooh.
Don't give them an op. Round not in doubt yet. Do we need to get really quick with this to actually contest? Plopski can watch the bomb.
Knife.
Joel, cheeky angle. Knife kill in. Ooh, love that. That's a way to make a little money back. Around the gut. Just a touch too expensive. Does Rusty make it? Just barely.
Okay.
That,
Feels
Alan,
like
was an action movie freeze frame diving into the pit as the explosion goes off.
Exactly. Michael Bay sort of stuff. Beautiful. That's what we like to see. Some Fast and Furious action. In the pit. Where it belongs. Okay. Well, Astralis, I thought they might pause coming into this round because they've had a few errors which have made it more difficult in the previous few. Another freebie start, then halfway nades, but Rusty's out in front. His own smoke here by the car. And he's getting a lot of ground. HP is tanked. He's got a lot of space.
Super interesting as well because he had the extra tick, so if the player was close, he's got to be nervous about it.
He'll never expect Buzz. He'll never expect Buzz to be in this room already.
Oh, this could be huge. This could be huge, especially if they go for a rotation late, if they get rebuffed from B. Buzz's position is going to be so valuable. Joel should have no idea. He's considering even the possibility, but a hard clear, that's a lot to ask. And now Buzz... is actually
Ring
miss him.
Rosie here.
What on earth? Buzz. Okay, come on. There's no way Joel expects this. Indeed. Okay, the kill does come through. Now they know the position's compromised, but Buzz can hold on to this. It's super valuable for them. Pressure instead seems like it's going to come up short. It's kind of the one dimension that's left to them, but the op here towards Arch, player in grave or pit, deep pit. And one Balk is going to be tough to fight. Clave with the spot. Wants the aggro. Wants to take the fight around the hay cart. That's bold. Making noise on it too. Means that they're going to try and chase potentially out the balcony, which is exactly what Buzz is hoping for. The flashbang's so good, but the counter, Rusty figures it out in time. I was wondering why he's not dropped down, and that's going to be the answer. Still, ZTR and Draken so low. Draken's gotten into the pit. Mini pit, that is.
U2 here is going to be so valuable. Get the smoke down in a good position. Draken takes the fight first. Now Zimix has to use this smoke to allow him to get up long. And look at the flank from ZTR. He's on low HP, but he might make this work.
Indeed. Catches the unkillable man and blameF as well. Now it's just on to Zipex, and he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the look. He's going to get the op. He's going to get out of there. That is a massive coup for GODSENT, considering how the round started, considering the control Buzz had. That was looking like it was Astralis every day.
It's a catastrophe. It's 5-on-3, and Buzz knew more players were around apartments. They obviously saw the mid-take nades. So Astralis knew there at least probably minimum 2 in mid. Device commits hard to playing Arch side. Not that it was a huge mistake. It was just that his rifle is on the A side proper. You just didn't get anything done. Buzz is, of course, full white. Glaive is forced around by the Molotov, but they never were able to play off each other whatsoever. That smoke on the hay cart did a lot of work to make Buzz uncomfortable too. And Astralis, they're looking rusty. They're looking nothing like yesterday. They hit the ground running. They were playing beautiful Counter-Strike, and here, a few too many errors is starting to cost them.
Well, you know, Alan, today is April Fool's, so maybe they're just having a little laugh and a gaff. Little whoopsie hoo-ha. I don't know if you've seen, I just popped across, but the Boros report that had you in fits and starts earlier was, in fact, an April Fool's joke, it turns out. Not a very good one, but hey, there you go. Don't trust any news you read today, folks. It's going to get weird. Okay, device down in the back. They just walk out. They just contact the op. The one big piece in the round wasn't even looking. That is disastrous. Maybe Astralis' April Fool's joke is that they're trying to go for some pacifist rounds here. Bomb's going to be down. And, well, even this AK recovery is not going to make up for the op doing absolute nothing into the round.
Blame's going to stick around. Will he die?
In there, I think so, but he's going to probably withdraw after he thinks they've all rotated off. He's got to smoke for the late cross and then bail.
A couple of these guys need to be deep banana as well. ZTR might need to go all the way into T-spawn and surely goes down. Edie does.
That was one of the gun. Yeah, Blame's way gone. Six rounds already on. I mean, this is looking very compelling from GODSENT.
I'm just having a rummage on the Monty Twitter at the moment. I'm not going to lie. That is a terrible April Fool's joke.
Yeah, it's, I would say, in bad taste.
Very bad taste. Given that it... I mean, the public won't know this, but he did almost miss the Antwerp RMRs too on the same issue. It was within a few days. We almost played with Thomas. Yeah, that's... Don't do that. If you're going to do April Fool's, do one that's believable, but also funny. It's got to actually be funny. The actual thing you're saying.
Yeah. Baiting tragedy is not really the move.
No. Whatever. Focus on the here and now. Timeout is here. A little bit late for my liking, but at least Astralis is starting to realize that it's taking quite a dangerous swing this game, and they've had so many good positions. There's basically been no rounds where, maybe apart from the previous, where it's just started off badly and they've had to stack and then save. They've actually been in good macro spots that haven't been able to capitalize. And they need to reverse this script. It's a tricky one, though, because I like the way they're opening a lot of these rounds. They're getting into good positions, so I don't think they should fix, in that sense, what isn't broken. They're getting a lot of space.
Device, there we go. Opener, and not traded either. Not staying aggressively forward. Is shifted further back, so nice to have impact from that op early. It's funny. Ooh, strikes again. There we go. The arch play. Turning into a bit of a tomb. Plopski brings that through, but the Vice chasing with the Glock. Or the P2K of all things. We'll seal the deal. Rusty alone. So here we go. This is about what we expected Astralis to look like. It helps when Device plays Arch like a madman. Thing of beauty with the AWP. They have left a lot of space towards B. It's just...
Plant could still be on the cards here, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely. You got a smoke for CT.
Smoking across, bomb planted.
And maybe Zipnik's... It is a 4-on-1. He might go through the smoke just to try and deny the plant, but... Let's have a look, Rusty. You're going to keep it completely silent, or you're going to drop this smoke?
Trying to contacts. If he's got the right read, could be a headshot. Ooh, now he knows. Smoke, 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 smoke. Just goes for the headshot. I don't blame him. Isolated fight. It could actually work out for him, but Sipnex is going to be on the point.
Clean as can be. Looked like Device started early shorts, posted up on mid, and I think Draken went fast up mid and just went for a peek. I'm not sure if he had a flashbang to help him out, but clearly didn't connect with Device if there was one. Gets the first. Device repositions. He's been brilliantly mobile. Obviously, it's his absolute kind of staple sort of players. Mid-round mobility. That is all Device. And been a bit of a menace to predict where he's playing. Blame just spraying. Dropped immediately. Well, Astralis have banana, but they paid a very heavy price for this control.
GODSENT, a little bit of an utility exchange top brackets as they're looking to figure out where to take this advantage, where to take this lead, what they can massage out from the CT side early. And now they can start to retake this control. Banana, as Ipex has a molly, which he'll presumably dump in the bailout once he spots players.
Astralis going to fight this. Device's mid-info. They're committing 2 top banana. They're not going to give this up without some jewels.
Glaive has dropped his utility back by the church, so he expects to die here. This is a bait. This is a bait to set up Glaive. They're not going to clear it. They're not going to clear it. Oh my goodness, he's got 2. Oh, doesn't finish his food on the second. Will go back for the kill. But in the meantime, his life is lost and the bomb has crossed. Draken This duel is everything Device is expecting it, and the slow shoulder out. The shot doesn't land for either. All right, retake on Molotov down to slow this, but they're into the angle, they're into the action. The bomb is now ticking away. Huge find for Plopski early. All onto Device. Let's see what Devi's got. Should know the positions roughly, but knowing fragging different stories and Plopski's Johnny on the spot.
Massive from Plopski. Kill onto Buzz. Basically ensures the round because Device's position was known. Oh, it was a good try from Astralis, given it was a 4-on-5. I think they played the mid-round very well, Device with that information. The bait and switch, in essence, worked in isolation, didn't it? Glaive maybe could have triggered discipline into 3 kills, but you cannot blame him for choosing to take the guaranteed double as those players lined up. These B afterparts have not been kind to Astralis, have they? They have not been kind whatsoever, and Device feeling like he has to get an entry. Feels like he has to get an opening, and he was one of only 2 A players at the start. Buzz is absolutely on an island right now.
And this has not been a great day for Buzz, at least initially. Glaive? Gets fully flashed, trying to come out the smoke. His gun's pointed down into the dirt, and he's dropped with little to no impact. Buzz here stuck. Plopski's going to clear him out. This one has to be a ripcord pull. It has to be a save. 8 rounds guaranteed for GODSENT, and this round, this looked bad for Astralis. This looked like miscues. I mean, Device goes forth and tries to make something happen all on his lonesome. Just really awkward. It feels like maybe a little bit of pressure seeping in here for Astralis as they're starting to feel the pain.
I guess Draken had an excellent spawn. Device wasn't ultra wide, but he was wide enough that if the T-Orp took a little bit of a step out mid, he was going to get an opportunity. And yeah, the real surprise is that Device does that when Astralis is freebie starting. They're probably playing for banana control. And of course, Buzz is the lone A player once Device dies. So, uncharacteristic, I guess, is the best word for what we're seeing from Astralis in these last couple rounds. Glaive coming through that library smoke. He felt like he just, at all costs, had to try and help Buzz. And it led to his demise.
Tough spot to be in. You're also getting into the situation where, I mean, traditionally a lot of teams play Inferno where they're just pull the pin on a retake immediately, right? You'll just back off. You'll try and save the guns as long as you can. But 8-4 down. There's not so many rounds left to play, and you're feeling that pressure. So every situation's on deck. Tracking, just playing the angle, the gap between the half wall. They know they have blameF stuck here. They seem to have a bit of a read that they might. Molotov to push them back. Nade the chase. blameF coming up the worst for the wear on that. But I mean, that initial foray, even if they don't hold on to the map control, is great for GODSENT. You get the pick, you pull out a ton of nades from these B defenders, and then you can just reset, do something else. You still got plenty of time to play with. Device is going to try and get cheeky here, and he is going to die. That's there's clearly a lot of pressure Device is feeling to find something early, and it's been leading him into quick deaths.
Ooh, nothing's working. Nothing's working. Blame is here. He might drop the bomb, but with this much time remaining, he's got infinite work to do. One player's long. That's Rusty. There's some nades landing backside. Blame is forced out. 20 HP. Oh, it's just a disaster. He's surely dead to these short players. In the end, there he goes, and that felt like the most dominant round for a while. That was a disaster.
Wild to see what feels like the cool of Astralis cracked, right? These pushes from Device have been punished. These plays down banana have been a little awkward, a little fumbling.
It's two rounds in a row where Draken's taken aggressive angles off good spawns. He is fearless at the moment. Certainly not scared to pile on the pressure against a much more established team. And Astralis, a few too many gaps in their early round openings. It wasn't the case earlier in the half. They were giving up early entries, but it has been in the last 2, 3, maybe 4 rounds.
Astralis will have a much more comfortable map up next in Nuke, but still a lot of Inferno yet to play. 2 more rounds in this half. Still recoverable, but this is going to be a tough round to make that happen. 2 MP9s, 2 upgraded pistols, and 1 rifle. Monsieur blameF, and it looks like we're getting a mid push. And Draken, well, he's read it pretty quick, but the communication didn't come in time. Glaive's found 2. Here we go. Now it's working. Player underpass, but blameF was there to catch that exact play. ZTR and Joel. ZTR dinked up. How do you recover this?
You can't. The bomb is in the hands of the CC players. They've got 3 rifles now. 1 hits the deck, but AWP on device. They know exactly where both of these players are. Gonna take a miracle. It's like an absolute miracle. They just don't have the HP. If they had a few more nades, maybe they could push these players off. But GODSENT truly might be considering a save. They're gonna need tremendous luck from Astralis just looking the wrong directions, I think, to pull this off.
Well, there's one. Quick switch at an awkward time. Joe will get traded out. I mean, the thing is, they have plenty of money, right? So the save isn't necessarily required. Oh my goodness, he's gonna get the bomb. Alan, he's got the bomb.
This is already infinitely better than I ever would have anticipated.
Oh, he's around the corner. CTR just going to dunk this bomb down. Now, definitely no economic problems here. Does he get around? No, no. That was too much to ask. That was way too much to ask. But bringing it back down to 2 players alive, getting that bomb down, that's something at least. Still a massive boon for Astralis. Reminder, they took 2 SMGs and upgraded pistols, 1 rifle into this round. They escaped, presumably with 2 guns, one of which will be the AWP. That's a coup to at least give them a chance to fight for a 6th.
Just about survival, this half for them. Got pissed around and clean conversions, so... Well, I guess the third round wasn't the best. They lost quite a few to the nades and the Glocks. But a 6-round half for Astralis, given how difficult this has been, would be a decent result. A lot better than it has looked at times. And if you're GODSENT, I mean, you were nailed on there for double digits. That was not a good investment from Astralis. So, got to keep a level head. Have another clean round. As Astralis favoring another freebie start. Devices here. Nades lined up from dark. Flashes over. Blame gets the control, but for a second time, sprayed through the smoke.
Astralis just have to be feeling so frustrated here, right? Give yourself a chance to even fight for this round, and you just can't do anything with it. Oh, he falls off the half wall. Falls off the half wall. Device is throwing away things. Was he trying to retrieve guns, or he just wants to push? He's just gonna push again. He's been punished on these pushes again and again and again and again and again.
He's getting there in front of the flash through that would come by tree for a second.
There's your up. There's your up, Device. All right, smoke's cleared. What do you got for us? Draken's gonna come peeking. Draken's been good on these. Pushes him off. Players moving up. Device can have a chance here. Shot and drop. That's what he's looking for, but they're not giving him a pixel. Now he knows. Confirmation. Confirmation here. They're going to boost up the half wall. Oh, Device puts one through, or Draken rather puts one through it right before the boost comes. Just as his crosshair gets distracted, leaves himself wide. Zipback's desperate swing. He's down for the count. A 2-on-4 retake. GODSENT looking good for double digits. These players aren't even in the same zip code. The op is peering over this smoke, so good luck getting into the angle. And Draken, he's not missing much. That's a phenomenal half from GODSENT. They look far and away the better team. We'll be right back. Back in here, folks, and that was some kind of half for GODSENT early, taking a lot of advantages. It felt like just outplaying, outcalling, outreading Astralis in so many different rounds. And this is a read and a half. 4 players towards B initially, just Joel to sell any presence towards A, and they've got deep banana control. blameF just spotted 1 car. 3 players moving up alt mid for Astralis. This might be a good adjustment. And Alan, you pointed something out to me in the halftime break. Astralis even won the first half pistol quite clearly. They only get out of it with 5.
Wasn't the best recovery. It's going to be an apps pop here. Surely. Bomb is there. Still seeing players advanced on banana. And they're only seeing 1. So do Astralis make the read that now GODSENT have adjusted? They have got the nades to order back. They could full B exec. Glaive with the first. Plopski tucks himself in behind the half. Well, Julie's ready. Blame peaks. Hits the deck. And now bursts onto A.
It's the right read. Just USPs here. Single smoke. No, it's not even present. It's over on the wrong side. So can these CTs hold up to pressure, to aggression? Players in towards the mini pit. They know they've given up that ground, but they can't quite fight. They've taken out Joel, and next to Fault, they're okay. Everyone's gone. Nothing doing here. Plopski. Time for the dually play of the century. Buzz down for the count at least, but he fully committed to getting that 1 kill, and that's going to be all she wrote.
I love the pistol from Astralis. I think they went for an open-ended pistol, where they could have hit either site with a few different ways. They certainly had the util. And for those at home, if you're playing your open games, it's a great way to approach a T-pistol on Inferno. There's no need on this map to commit to one site early. You can play a bit of information, and Astralis, they took their time. They prodded the map. Kill from Glaive is massive onto the player facing banana, but the mid-rounding also pretty good. 4 spires in, plenty of smokes from GODSENT, so we're looking to save those for the late round. Truly trying to make Astralis uncomfortable, but Astralis, and Glaive in particular, he's played a lot of Inferno. He knows the deal about these second rounds. He'll know to either pull these smokes or be real explosive on the hit. And of course, when we're in Source 2, Mike, we'll be nading these smokes to get through.
Device has been dinked. Device has been dinked. Device has been naded. Oh, Device is so very low. If only there were 1 more HE here. They're hoping to pepper bullets, but he knows, Device knows he cannot move.
Hey, I love the read actually from GODSENT. They're saying, we know we've taken 1 player so low. Let's actually stack A.
Oh, it's wrong though.
It is wrong. Idea. It is wrong. There's a re-smoke here. Does Plopski have another smoke at his feet? He does. So they dropped him an extra smoke. This could get frisky as they go through.
Plopski in the smoke. In the smoke. He finds Device. Now they know there's a player behind. This is going to get real weird. They've got the bomb site, so they're just going to go ahead and plant. Understandable. Takes a moment to realize what's happened.
Big call to fire into ruins. They had to do that.
Got no nades for this, Alan, but they do have that ruins control. Around the corner. First contact. Hasn't cleaned them up just yet, but do they realize Glaive's cuts in the corner? They do. 1 for 1. That's not bad. On to the rifles now. On to the Galil. Zippex can't do anything. Uh-oh, time's getting short. No kids. They're going to have to go. They have to go right now. New box position strong. And here's where the Galil's hold. The round's going to be won by Astralis, but they're going up in smoke. Ain't no saves here. Ain't no saves for just about anyone. Everybody's going down with this C4.
If I'm GODSENT, I think I'm going to pause and debate a reinvestment here. Because you've just done so much damage to the Astralis money. That was an absolute mess as they executed onto B. Absolute mess. Really well played from GODSENT in general to leave that extra smoke to give Plopski options. And it's such a small call to go into ruins. But first of all, they made an excellent read that if somebody's smoking from CT and coming from their own, it's probably the only player on B. And to understand that when you've lost banana, you have to have some sort of control. So, quick calling, quick thinking. It's a quick thinking here too. Plopski gets the first, is traded. It's a heavy eco, but Astralis already put on notice.
Joel dropped. He was the 1A defender. CTR's trying to get back in here, but it's just a USP. Nice tags on the Zipex.
Why isn't Buzz just peeking? He's actually going to smoke over peeking. That is the... it's a bad
And the
smoke
smoke's
as well.
off, too.
Yeah. Trying to be a little bit too smart.
All forgiven, though. Should be good. Question just remains, how much do these remaining pistols, well, MP9, sorry, MAC-10, one of those guns, do they really want to hunt? Draken has a smoke, which is weirdly the most valuable part of his kit to save into the next round. But potential to make $600 if he gets 1 kill, Alan. So
although no Zinix is
smoke.
low.
Best of both worlds. Get both.
2 kills. Not the end of the world. Of course, the round before was unbelievably damaging onto Astralis, so they're not going to have a great deal in reserve. So whilst the scoreline is close, GODSENT should still feel very confident. They picked into Inferno. That first half certainly vindicated. They certainly had a game plan. They certainly had some reads. Draken was fearless. And I'm very intrigued to see if their CD side follows the same proactive, aggressive approach. We'll see if Draken can get activated. He's on that AWP starting towards Banana, and he's got a pretty nice spawn. Let's see if he chooses to fight it. Just a nade early, and actually he's immediately backing off, so just some helpful utility for his teammates.
Devices found the gap. Found the gap in this util. The flashbang's so good, though. That's what they were hoping for, right? The util was to set up and isolate that one player. Draken gets a kill. He shifted over towards Arch. He collects. So this is a great start for GODSENT. This is exactly the way you hope these gun rounds work out. Utility isolates a single player, and then they bring the fight to you towards Arch. Draken's going to be isolated here, but I still don't think I'd fancy this tool. Certainly not without a flashbang. Flashbang doesn't catch. He's able to get away, and CTR just spamming the smoke. Finds Buzz. Oh my goodness. Complete non-starter of a round for Astralis.
They really needed a plant here at minimum too, didn't they? With their economic spot. But that looks real tricky. Oh, he's saving an option? I don't think there's a good play from here. Now GODSENT have seeded Banana and dropped more into a standard setup. Look at that crossfire on A as well. That is brutal between Graveyard and Cold. And Zetia's even starting to lean further over from Arch. How do you crack this nut?
No, you get past Draken's ult first. That's the first step. Smoke's not quite on. There's a gap, so they'll feel comfortable taking control here. Plopski's acting like there's no one here. But now he's revealed himself. They already had an inkling. Now they certainly know. Zipex is trying to come in to clear this. Not quite having the success, but he will eventually do so.
After time?
They don't have
After time?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Blame lives. And, okay, the guns survive.
What do you do, Astralis? What do you do? Zimnix could drop a Galil. I think you buy. The money's out of balance. It's a little bit funky. You've still got 2 AKs. You know you've kept GODSENT's money pretty bad. Let's have a look. Devices indeed drop that Galil. It's going to be a little bit of a bargain sale. A car boot sale of a buy. Nades is actually surprisingly flushed out. And this pause is no surprise as they sort out the jumble buy. Okay, big one for GODSENT. Really big one for GODSENT. Weaponry advantage. Util advantage. If you break Astralis here, it's a pretty clean road to collecting map number 1.
Get it. Looking for the spine snapper. That shot's not on. Draken has hit some blinders, but that one not going to go his way. Wary of the sniper on the other side. A little conservative on it. Dink onto Joel there. of a damage exchange. So far, this has actually been a pretty good start for Astralis. The bodies have yet to start dropping. They've gained this control towards apartments. They've got some presence banana. They've got the control. They don't know it yet, but they do have it uncontested.
So readjustment from Draken and Joel. Joel's going to tuck himself into the long cubby. He'll be in a lot of trouble if Astralis dunk a molly onto there, but I guess might be a decent read that their money isn't good. Glaive has got the soul molly. He'll love to use that on banana instead, I guess. It's a bit of a slower default. GODSENT giving up all this B control. ZTR still has a full nade set, essentially. Smoke comes down on banana. 2 more players coming over from GODSENT. A 4B stack.
Just Rusty here. He's got a full wealth of nades at least.
This is going to look real silly, Mike, if these guys hit soon. Why would you do this?
He's going into apps as well. He's going into apps. Oh my goodness, the timing. Now he knows, now he knows, now he knows. Panic, panic, rotate, coming through. Molotov will slow them at the very least. He can stay alive here in mini pit, and they might be able to get here in time. They're routing up short. They should know where he is, but they don't know if there's anything else on towards site. There's not. Rusty tries to commit, tries to just hold them back, but the spray's not good. He gets a kill with the USB. He's doing so much with so little here, Alan. This is madness.
Molly's tagging Glaive. Oh my god.
He's gone. They've got a 4v2. Rusty, you absolute hero. Now let's see if they can seal this. Let's see if they can bring this through. Device trying to play a cheeky angle for the box jump up. It's kind of the kind of thing he's reliant on now, and it's going to work out. They're not looking. Device pulling off 2 with the deagle. All out of blameF. But look at the health. Look at the health, for God's sake. There's nothing there. They need to hit these first shots. That ball is being diffused, and it's done. It's done. Doesn't have to fight, but blameF still will. He seals the deal. Rusty tried so very hard to make things work as a solo site player. It just wasn't quite enough in the end.
That stack was absolute madness. Absolute madness. 3B I could understand. But 4? It wasn't like they had no nades, or it was a force buy, or there's some other impetus to saying let's stack 4B, and if we lose the round, let's keep the saves. I mean, we would be singing their praises, I guess, had Astralis gone B, but that looked real silly. Rusty could not have done anything more. There was nothing more he physically could have done to buy time and stay alive. And he almost won his team the round, so a lot of credit to this man. But the overall call hurts GODSENT, and as I was saying before the round, that was their opportunity to break the money, be in a stellar position. And now we're looking at Astralis saying, if you keep this anti-eco clean, you really have done a lot of work to close up this game.
Choose the right site. Bombs going down, not a whole lot that can even be thought to be done about this. Might be able to catch Zipex so isolated, get a gun. Kind of the silver lining here. GODSENT don't seem to be very interested in exposing even just these pistol players. That's a nice bit of play. The USB. So Galil will be retrieved, presumably. Just a Galil, but okay, they're making this a little expensive now. This is getting interesting. blameF. Oh, a ripper of a shot. My goodness. blameF. Oh, wow.
He's come alive on the T side. He was not in a good spot at the end of CT. He was, I think, about 7 to 9 or something, and he was the one that kept dying on those fast banana takes. This man has been an absolute sledgehammer on the offense. And I'm quite stunned how much Astralis has closed up the scoreline.
Utility's already been mostly drawn out from the CT side. I think they need Draken to get something here. Gonna be smoked off. Revealed the off. Revealed the presence. Astralis content to take ground for now. Show face.
I think Astralis made a 3B read into early brackets. Split smoke is going down now. And that read was wrong early on, but they got away with it. A lot of control. Split smoke is down, flashes in, buzzes out. So a lot of real estate here. Draken called upon to lock down the arch side. We still have a player in banana in blameF. So it feels like Astralis are geared for this B split.
That's a bomb. That's a bomb.
And that's a lot of information now.
Oh, Draken punishing them for that one error, that blunder. They have been absolutely smacked in the jaw as a result. Challenging the arch, hoping he wasn't in position. No utility for it. Not going to get away with that one. The Draken strikes. That's a heck of a time to find a multi-kill as well, right? This keeps them in the lead. This keeps the money limited for Astralis. This rebuffs them with nothing in it around. This allows you to bolster your buy. So now the CT side is going to have all the nades. They're going to have AKs. They're going to have everything they could possibly want. Kits. There wasn't a kit in this round, Alan. That's a huge time for Draken to find a big round.
5 alive to boot. And Astralis, a bomb plant here, and they might consider an investment, but now they've got a really difficult choice. It's probably going to have to be a save, and a heavy one at that. Just let device play. Yeah. Astralis, there's nothing fundamentally wrong with the call. It's very hard to get utility into an AWP or an arch. I guess they expect the Draken to be elsewhere, maybe on B, maybe towards the A side proper or up on short. But they got it wrong. Maybe the spacing could have been a tad better, but it's such a tight angle they're facing into. Draken just outplayed them. Hit some stellar zingers along the way. Boost from device, immediately out. AWP recovered by Buzz, but he didn't have any body armor. Ooh. Who'd have thought Draken would look like the better AWP in this matchup?
You love to see it. I mean, he's always been a bit mercurial, right? A little up and down. The highs have been high. The lows at times have been troubling. But right now, we're talking about the highs. We're talking about the shots hit. We're talking about taking commands of rounds. And absolutely, I mean, the numbers aren't eye-popping if you just look at the scoreboard, but absolutely has been the stronger opera in this matchup and one of the better players in general as well. In the first half, the kills were limited, but they were so impactful. And now, starting to take command. We're going to get an A play here. There is still an op to do something with. But they're not finding much off of it. 45 seconds.
It might be prudent to save the AWP.
Yeah. Pistols need to go die, though. I'm going to give this one last look. Lose another player. Maybe just try and save the AWP. No? Oh, that doesn't seem to be the answer. Bait across, the op swing, Draken not caught, and that's going to be 4 kills on the board. My goodness, Draken.
He's warming up. He is warming up, and the first half wasn't perfect for Draken, but it is the T side on an AWP, and he was getting very aggressive. Lost a couple opening duels, won quite a few towards the end, but the CT side has been much more composed. A little bit more passive. Of course, he's happy to take some fights, but it's not from aggressive angles, especially early on in the round. So, seeing a lot of looks to Draken. And a pause out for GODSENT. Intriguing. Why fix what isn't broken? They look pretty good in the last few rounds. Maybe there's a little bit more intricate of a play coming in now.
Run boost Draken straight down mid. Use that as a distraction for Plopski to swing and kill everybody. What do you think?
I'm wondering how many NA teams you've coached.
Ooh, none yet, but that's the problem. That's why the region's not doing so hot. Need to get me into
they
coaching.
seem to be using similar strats to your ideas, so all the same wavelength.
Look, all I'm saying is EG Black just upset Furia last night, so that's kind of hype. Nice swing here for Rusty. Aggression paying off. A little bit of
Where's
a
the
weird
help
smoke
for
there,
device?
bottom.
Is he even getting supportive flashes?
Oop. Don't think so. Don't think he got
could have
much
been the
there.
utility from GODSENT, but nobody was there to aid him. He was on an island as that player swung down banana.
So Astralis hit the pause button early on here. We theoretically have a bit of a util advantage, especially since, oddly enough, there's not much on banana. I think Plopski is picking some stuff up, but This is an early read from GODSENT. They're going to be in presence A, and not quite accurate. As the clear comes back in
We're
towards
rushing.
Banana.
We are
Utilities
rushing.
heard. Here it goes. All right. Full take. Good read. Plopski's going to try and stall it out. Playing the gap and smoke. That just gets rud. Buzz checks it. Don't even know if he spotted anything or if he just knows the way Plopski likes to play. This bomb's going down. This is going to be a tough retake.
Joel is full nades. Draken... Mike, is Draken DC'd? Because he ain't moving from porch. He hasn't.
Nope, he's moving. He's moving now. He was just holding for a lurk, I guess.
They've lost their window now for an attempted retake.
I think they're going to try and keep all the guns contained and kill them all with the bomb.
I wonder if there was an early call there to, you know, if Astralis over face would go for this. But they never even gave that a look in, which is a little bit surprising. But Astralis certainly be mightily happy. Another kill for Rusty. They're going to keep 4 players alive, so...
I'm surprised Draken's not even pushed up toward bottom Banana. They have the money to buy up an op, but they're playing the long game.
If you're going to contain, why not get more aggressive with the contain? Especially with the bomb radius. So a little bit perplexing, but it's not the end of the world. They still survive with 4 players. Still got a round lead. They're still keeping Astralis' money pretty bad. So there's no need to panic. But Astralis conspiring to stay alive. In one of those games, hasn't it, where a lot of these gun rounds have gone in the favor of GODSENT. Astralis winning and converting both pistols. And Rusty's on a push. Look at this man. He's all the way down.
Oh, big trade. Big trade device. Taking Rusty out just for one. Draken damage onto Buzz, but no conclusive kill just yet. I'm seeing the op here towards A. With the mid peak, they're going to funnel B. They've detected that it's a lot of light presence here. This time there'll be 2. Plopski facing. Can he get the U kill down? He can. The timing on that peak is brutal. But Buzz lives. Somehow Buzz lives. Shots don't connect. Smoke's going to be up. They're contained for now, and now the reinforcements are here. The cavalry has arrived.
Oh, check out Zimnix. He's lurking apps. He's lurking apps. Nobody's on A-bomb site. Draken's towards long. If Zimnix can get out and just call some information... He's sitting on a more passive line. But Astralis are going the right way. GODSENT have not adjusted just yet. And Draken needs to do something mighty here to hold off this onslaught.
He's mollied it. That's good timing on. But does he realize his player? Apartments had the read. Gets the tag. But they've only seen the op. They've only seen the op. So
There's
they're
no
still reading
movement.
this molly fade.
There's no movement.
GODSENT, very statuesque in this and not in a good way. All right. I guess it's another save. Surely they have to go for one of these rounds at some point. I think they may be taking some of the wrong lessons from the Inferno playbook because they don't want to contest this at all. Astralis can't believe their luck. This was looking haphazard. This is looking like a risky chance to even get on site, and they're realizing there's no defense.
I've seen this quite a few times from GODSENT. Is it their style on CT Inferno to kind of stack and just commit no matter what? It's been 3 rounds in this half already that have played out reasonably in a reasonably similar fashion of load up one of the bomb sites, Astralis take some information, move into the other, and there's just no adjustment. There was no Rusty here this time to buy some time to at least make it doable. Maybe GODSENT should pause. Just have a quick talk about how we're kind of mid-rounding, how we're making decisions, because not all these stacks are the worst thing in the world. It just feels a little bit tunnel-visioned, a little bit stubborn after some information is flowing back into the system from Astralis making moves. There's not a great deal of movement.
Nade. Over. Device. Gone immediately, but Draken's taken elsewhere. The op down. Wanted the aggressive angle. Wanted the aggressive fight out. T-apps of all things. So 1-for-1 exchange early. Oppers on either side. Now down on the cobbles. This is so bold. Plopski made a noise doing it as well. Spam's coming back the other way. Plopski taken down to half. They're still committing. Plopski, you madman. You madman. He thinks he's got one logs. There's the spot top mid. Plopski's dead. Such a bizarre commit after having super conservative rounds. GODSENT just trying to get ahead of it here, I guess. And Rusty now taken out. They're falling by the numbers. And all that saving may not matter. ZTR, can't believe his luck on the glaive kill. Goes back for more. Thinking he'd found a lottery ticket, but it's not to be. We're going to have almost certainly a tied game here, Alan. And this run of rounds has seemed like it's come out from the heavens for Astralis.
I think you're on the money, though, that GODSENT on both sides of the map were trying so hard just to fight. Just trying to take a duel. There was some absolute madness there in mid as Buzz got up close. There was a player in the balcony room up there who could hold his fullback, but because Buzz was staying close mid, he wasn't getting spotted. There was a player in Boiler. A few nades in the mix too, and Buzz somehow slipped the net, found a kill, and lurked through in towards the CT area in Wrap B. So even if there was a second B player, I don't think GODSENT would have held. Maybe it's one of those aspects where GODSENT aren't... I mean, it's hard when you're in the game, but maybe they weren't quite realizing that they were in a lot of good early round positions. A bit more passive. Just let Draken be the mobile unit, and everyone else can just play some standard CS. It was working. The problem was the mid and the late round. So, I don't know. It feels like maybe we tried to make the wrong adjustment. Maybe we tried to, fix... We're driving a car and the brakes aren't working, and we've decided to rebuild the engine. It might not make perfect sense.
But more engine equal more speed?
That is,
Car go vroom vroom fast.
That's how it works.
Car go fast.
I can see Drive to Survive has taught you quite a lot.
I've learned a lot from Netflix. Here's the fast play. Top banana. Wow, the flashbang's on. The kills are as well, ZTR. Oh, the lesson he learned from the last time was he didn't do enough. Here we go. Nades in towards logs. And ZTR just taking command of this round. That's one way to shut down a T side early. You got control of the bomb. You got control of banana. You got control of just about everything. And Draken will snatch Zipnex's life. Oh, to play math. And I mean, what do you even consider here? All of this just to maybe give him a chance to recover the bomb, and it's not going to. It just clears out the close positions, but they're happy to hold him from car. He's stuck now.
He
Nade's
just wants
coming
a kill.
in.
He just wants a kill. And he can't find it. What a round. I mean, the difference here with the aggression is that this time it was a team play. It was a play for map control. They're going together with the nades. Round before was more individual moves. This one was a really nice set piece, and Astralis clearly were not ready for that change in pace. They were absolutely ruined on banana, especially with that mortar strike on tree onto the third player. That was brutal. See the change from Astralis. This time we're playing out of banana at the start to not get felled by early aggression. Smoke goes on the deep Molotov as device comes through on a flashbang. Some shots exchanged, but it's ultimately going to fall the way of Astralis. What's happening here in the apartments though on A? Because Zimnix is clearing and Joel's in the balcony room.
This is reminiscent. There was one round where Buzz pulled a similar strat. Now the spot down mid. Draken can't hit that, but it's confirmation at least. It slows things down. It might send Joel to be activated. So next spamming now. Joel knows. Gonna get that one. Control the second as well. Joel taking commanding spot here. And out on towards B. That was bold from Device. Does he expect the new box player? He does. Knew the player was coming from boosting him, but Plopski gets his. blameF is out into the pool. Trying to find this kill, but getting the bomb here is going to be a nightmare, right? Even if you find this kill, you still got to break mid. And Glaive is starting to reposition to get that C4. In the meantime, blameF is lost. So where does Glaive even go with this?
Does he save? I mean, next round is last. And an AK will be pretty valuable. Well, he's squaring up to go for this. Joel's on the right side. Up on short. First take contact. Head removed of Glaive. No bomb plant. And of course, Astralis have to buy up right here. What a round. What a round as GODSENT is starting to pile it on. Joel with the individual move. Zinmix is on his own clearing the apartment. He didn't have a friend jumping up on the balcony room to help clear that position. And it leads to his demise. GODSENT have put on a stellar show. They lost both pistols here, Mike, and both. They didn't win a reset round. They've had to do this the hard way.
That's astonishing. Op shot not on initially, at least. That's one blessing for Astralis. And they're going to try and just pile on towards A. They're just going to try and pressure Draken backing away, but the rifle's on the angle. Rusty spots another. Set up util for his team. Draken able to collect that. Just 1-2 punch. Left, right. Pure clean. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's all control for GODSENT. They look like the better team. I'll be straight up. They looked like the better team on Inferno. There was that 1 3-round run where maybe GODSENT start getting a little shaky as they're in closing distance of the map, but